After 50, your health doesn't decline because of age, it declines because of habits you never stopped. Some of the things you do every day are quietly working against your body. They don't cause pain immediately, so you ignore them. But over time, they take energy, mobility, and clarity away from you. After 50, health is no longer lost suddenly. It is worn down quietly day after day. The biggest threat is not illness or bad luck, but habits that seem normal, familiar, and harmless. These behaviors don't feel dangerous, which is exactly why they are so effective at draining your body over time. One of the most damaging habits is long, uninterrupted sitting. Many people believe that a daily walk or short workout is enough to stay healthy. But the body doesn't only respond to exercise, it responds to what you do the other 23 hours of the day. Sitting for long periods slows blood flow, stiffens joints, weakens muscles, and increases inflammation. After 50, even small amounts of prolonged stillness begin to affect balance, posture, and energy. The body needs frequent movement, not intensity, standing up, stretching, slow walking, and changing position throughout the day. Another habit that quietly harms health is eating without rhythm. Skipping breakfast, eating late at night, or grabbing food only when hunger becomes extreme creates stress inside the body. Blood sugar becomes unstable, digestion weakens, and fatigue becomes constant. Many people think they are eating less, but the body experiences this as unpredictability. After 50, the body thrives on regularity. Simple meals at consistent times support hormones, metabolism, and mental clarity far more than restrictive diets. A third habit is treating sleep as optional. Going to bed late, watching screens before sleep, or sacrificing rest for productivity slowly disrupts recovery systems. Sleep is not passive, it is active repair. During sleep, muscles rebuild, the immune system resets, and the brain clears waste. Poor sleep increases inflammation, weakens memory, and accelerates aging. After 50, sleep debt accumulates faster and recovers slower. Rest becomes a biological necessity, not a lifestyle choice. Many people also develop the habit of ignoring small physical warnings. Morning stiffness, mild joint pain, frequent bloating, shallow breathing, or constant tension are often dismissed as just age. In reality, these are early signals. The body always whispers before it shouts. When these signals are ignored year after year, they harden into chronic problems that demand medication or limit independence. Finally, there is the habit of pushing through everything alone. Refusing rest, help, or adjustment may feel strong, but it places constant stress on the nervous system. Chronic self-pressure raises cortisol, weakens immunity, and slows healing. Health after 50 requires pacing, support, and recovery, not endurance at any cost. Stopping these habits does not require radical change. It requires awareness, consistency, and respect for the body's new rules. Aging is unavoidable. Accelerated decline is not. After 50, the way you think begins to affect your health as strongly as what you eat or how much you move. Many people focus on physical habits while ignoring the mental patterns that quietly shape the body every day. But the nervous system listens constantly to your thoughts, beliefs, and internal dialogue, and it responds accordingly. One of the most damaging mindsets is believing decline is inevitable. When people accept fatigue, stiffness, weight gain, or brain fog as normal aging, they stop questioning it. This belief lowers expectations and effort without conscious choice. The body follows the story the mind tells. When you expect weakness, you unconsciously move less, challenge yourself less, and recover more slowly. Over time, this mindset becomes a self-fulfilling loop. Another harmful pattern is living in constant comparison with your younger self. Many people measure their health today against who they were at 30 or 40. This creates frustration, guilt, and resistance instead of adaptation. The body after 50 is not broken, it is different. Comparing instead of adjusting leads to overtraining, poor recovery, or giving up entirely. Progress now comes from working with your body, not trying to force it back into an old version of yourself. A third mindset that accelerates aging is all or nothing thinking. People believe they must either follow a perfect routine or not bother at all. If they miss a workout, eat poorly one day, or feel low energy, they abandon consistency. This creates cycles of effort and collapse that exhaust the nervous system. After 50, the body responds best to small, repeatable actions. Consistency matters more than intensity, but the mind often resists this simplicity. There is also the habit of chronic self-criticism. Many adults speak to themselves in ways they would never speak to another person. They label themselves lazy, weak, or undisciplined. This constant internal pressure activates stress responses in the body. Elevated cortisol increases inflammation, slows digestion, disrupts sleep, and weakens immune function. Over time, harsh self-talk becomes a physical burden, not just an emotional one. Another overlooked mindset is waiting for motivation instead of building structure. Motivation becomes less reliable with age, not because of weakness, but because energy fluctuates more. People who wait to feel like it move less, rest poorly, and lose momentum. Structure, routines, reminders, simple rituals, reduces mental load and protects health when motivation is low. After 50, discipline is not about force, it is about design. Finally, many people cling to the belief that it's too late to change. This is one of the most damaging thoughts of all. The body remains adaptable far longer than most people believe. Muscles respond to training, the brain forms new connections, and metabolism adjusts when given the right signals. What changes after 50 is not the ability to improve, but the cost of inaction. Your mindset does not just influence your choices, it programs your biology. Changing how you think is not positive thinking, it is physical intervention. After 50, stress stops being just a mental experience and becomes a physical condition. The body no longer resets as quickly, and what once felt manageable begins to accumulate. Many people don't feel stressed in the traditional sense. They simply feel tired, tense, unfocused, or heavy. This is chronic stress, and it quietly accelerates aging. One of the biggest mistakes people make is treating stress as normal and unavoidable. They accept constant pressure, mental noise, and tension as part of modern life. But the nervous system does not recognize normal. It only recognizes threat or safety. When stress becomes constant, the body remains in a low-level survival mode. Heart rate stays elevated, digestion slows, sleep becomes lighter, and recovery is incomplete. Over time, this state erodes strength, immunity, and emotional balance. Another major source of stress after 50 is mental overload. Many adults carry decades of responsibilities, unresolved worries, and internal expectations. The mind is rarely quiet. Even during rest, thoughts continue to race. This constant cognitive activity keeps the nervous system activated long after the day ends. The body never fully relaxes, even when nothing is happening. Without true mental rest, physical recovery cannot occur. There is also the stress of time pressure and urgency. People rush through meals, conversations, and even rest. They feel behind even when there is nowhere to be. This sense of urgency trains the body to stay tense. Muscles remain tight, breathing becomes shallow, and posture collapses. Over time, this leads to chronic pain, headaches, and reduced mobility. After 50, the body needs slowness to heal, but the mind often resists it. Another overlooked stressor is emotional suppression. Many people learn to push feelings aside to stay functional. They avoid sadness, anger, or fear and keep moving. But emotions do not disappear. They lodge in the body. Suppressed emotion increases muscle tension, disrupts digestion, and weakens immune response. Over decades, this creates a constant background of stress the person may no longer consciously notice. Financial worry, family responsibility, and health anxiety also contribute to chronic stress. These pressures are rarely dramatic, but they are persistent. The danger lies in their duration, not their intensity. The body can handle short-term stress. It breaks down under long-term exposure. What makes stress especially damaging after 50 is lack of recovery rituals. Many people remove activities that calm the nervous system. Walking without a phone, quiet mornings, slow breathing, time in nature, meaningful conversation. Instead, they fill every moment with noise, information, and stimulation. The nervous system never receives the signal that it is safe to relax. Managing stress after 50 is not about eliminating problems. It is about teaching the body safety again. Simple practices, slower breathing, consistent routines, physical touch, sunlight, and quiet time directly lower stress hormones. These are not luxuries. They are biological necessities. When stress is reduced, everything else improves. Sleep deepens, digestion stabilizes, energy returns, and pain softens. Aging does not accelerate because of years. It accelerates because the body stays in survival mode for too long. Calm is not weakness. It is repair.